Hello everyone, my name is Brian Diaz and welcome to my presentation on developing metrics for Diaz Tech Solutions. This week, I will cover 3 essential metrics that can help my company gain momentum and indicate growth. Metrics are valuable for companies because they enable owners to recognize what is working well and identify areas where they need to pivot to maintain their company's growth. The first metric I can use for my company is engagement. This metric indicates whether potential customers are engaged, how they perceive my company, and their levels of interest. I will measure this metric by the number of free consultation requests my company receives each month for our services. These consultations cover services like cost and time planning, low voltage cable installations, wireless network setups, and related areas. This metric helps me assess whether builders, homeowners, property flippers, and developers need these services and are eager to learn how to apply them to their homes or projects. There are several ways I can collect and track this data. For example, the first method involves using our website's contact form, which potential customers can access to provide their details, such as their name, contact number, or email, and specify the services they are interested in. I can assess engagement levels by tracking monthly contact form submissions, which indicate how many people are actively interested in our company and seeking more information about our services. Since my company is based in Puerto Rico, we can leverage WhatsApp, which is widely used on the island by both individuals and businesses, to estimate our potential customer base. This involves evaluating the number of customers who send messages or contact our company's WhatsApp business number to determine the monthly engaged customer count. If there is a negative trend in these engagement metrics, I have several options to adjust or pivot and explore what else might work. The first adjustment involves changing my company's marketing approach. This can mean I am targeting the wrong customers. I may also not be effectively showcasing the potential benefits of my services, so I would need to find a different way to explain or demonstrate them. Another adjustment involves increasing the outreach of developers and builders. Since my target market relies heavily on new constructions, I may need to focus more on the number of potential customers I contact. I shouldn't expect any single customer to want my services after just one conversation, but by reaching out to 10 prospects, there's a good chance that one will request my services. The engagement metric helps identify potential customers interested in my services, but it doesn't matter if I can't convert them into paying clients. My next focus will be on tracking conversion with the conversion metric, which indicates how many customers stay paying for my services. The metric indicates whether potential customers perceive enough value in my company and its offerings to make a purchase. It not only assesses if any of my services are valuable, but it also helps identify which services are more valued by customers. This insight allows me to eliminate less popular services, saving significant resources, time, and training on low-demand offerings. To evaluate this metric, I will count the proposals sent to customers after they request a consultation and we discuss the services to be provided. This approach not only measures how many quotes are sent, but also tracks the frequency of specific services requested. I can also evaluate this conversion metric by recording the number of jobs that are officially signed, specifically when a deposit has been paid for the service. Jobs that are already signed and have received the deposit offer a more accurate picture of how serious the customers are about obtaining those services. Another approach to monitor this metric is to calculate the monthly conversion percentage. This indicates the proportion of customers who transition from consultations to job bookings. It helps me assess whether pricing may be unfavorable if customers do not comprehend the benefits or if the jobs are potentially being lost to competitors. Testing this metric will help me identify the strategies or adjustment needed to keep my company successful if the metrics indicate a negative trend. One of these changes I can make is adjusting my pricing. If I notice that my competition offers a lower price or if customers indicate they are unwilling to pay the current amount I charge, then setting prices to a more reasonable level can be beneficial. I can also introduce special packages for first-time customers, providing a more affordable way to access our services. This approach seeks to build loyalty to our company and boost the chances of clients returning, thus enhancing the conversion rate. Potential customers may not fully grasp my proposals or understand what is included in the estimates. I may need to make our proposals and estimates clearer so customers can easily see which services they will receive. Including too much technical detail might confuse them, so we would have to simplify descriptions to clearly communicate the services. After acquiring paying customers, it is crucial to track the return rate using the retention metric. This is especially important for my largest target market, builders and developers, who often juggle multiple projects, ensuring ongoing work for my company. Repeat customers offer numerous benefits, including reduced acquisition costs, sustained revenue through additional purchases, and a higher likelihood of referring others. This metric helps me test customer satisfaction with my services and deliverables as well as their willingness to hire us again. It also tests whether customers are likely to recommend our services to friends, family, or fellow builders. However, customer satisfaction alone isn't enough if they don't return, so tracking this metric is crucial. One method to measure retention is to count customers who return to use our services. This can be managed with CRM software, which helps businesses track customers, leads, estimates, proposals, and project history. Another way my company can monitor progress is by tracking the number of contracts or partnerships formed with builders. Establishing partnerships or recurring contracts allows the company to secure multiple projects and maintain ongoing work. I can also establish a referral program where customers refer others in exchange for exclusive perks or discounts. This allows me to track how many existing customers are satisfied or trust my company enough to recommend it to others. If these metrics show a downward trend, I need to implement several changes to steer my company to the right direction. One key change is to enhance the quality of our installations, which could involve cleaner installations to make our work appear more professional and ensure the job sites look as good or better than before we started. We should also follow up with customers to gather feedback on their preferences and areas for improvement. If a customer is dissatisfied with a job, we can adjust or fix it to ensure their satisfaction. Additionally, improving communication with customers is crucial, keeping them informed about progress, seeking their input on preferences, and maintaining ongoing dialogue. Overall, metrics provide a valuable way to assess whether a company is progressing towards its goals or if adjustments are necessary for the success. They enable early problem detection and support better decision making. Metrics are essential in our company's success, so we need to implement them right away. I want to thank you for tuning into my video on developing metrics for Diaz Tech Solutions. Thank you and have a great day.